Magandang buhay, teachers! For today, I am your virtual tour guide. Are you having a hard time interconnecting with your students and discussion during online class? Well, if you do, stop for a moment and be with me as we learn how to use online tools for online class. Therefore, be with me and let's navigate in Nearpod. Prior to our navigation, go to Google and type nearpod.com. Afterwards, this is what you can see. As you have noticed, there are different colors in boxes where you can log in. Red for students, green for teachers, blue for administrators. And then we also have here request a code, sign up for free, and log in. If you are new to this online tool, mga ka-teachers, you may click the teacher in that green box, or it can be the sign up for free, or the login in case you already have an account. The moment you log in as a teacher, here you may click this one. So, the moment you log in as a teacher, you will click this teacher icon, since we have to choose your role. So here, afterwards, in order to have an easy access, let's click this one, sign up with Google. And then, input your Google account and voila, this is what we can see right after. So, this is the home of Nearpod. So, to its home, on the left side, as you can see, there are code for joining a class or webinars in Nearpod. So, this one, you just have to type here the code. And then, we also have the My Lessons, Reports, Nearpod Library, and Teacher Resources. Then, on its right side, we can see Create, Quick Launch, My Lessons search bar, folder, create, and then the lessons that you will be made here, these ones. We will be able to tackle these ones later on. So, mga ka-teachers, keep watching. First, I would suggest going to the Nearpod library here. So, we have to click that one, since it is where you can find a large amount of content integrations. Yes, daghan kayong makitang content diri. The lessons that you're looking for, naara dyan na siya diri. Just try to search here. This one. We can have here search for lessons in the Nearpod library. So, you can able to search the lessons that you're looking for, and then the Nearpod will just find that lesson for you. Nearpod library does also have an option to create entirely customized lesson from scratch, and I'll be going over that later in this video. Since in the Nearpod library, you will be able to see the filter, this one, for different lessons so that you can find exactly what you are looking for. So in the box, see here, there are a lot of boxes. You can choose to look for lessons based on your grade level. This one, grade level, since it is applicable to everyone. You can also choose your subjects area or specific resource that you want to find here. So if you find the lessons that you're interested in, just click on it to see a preview of the lesson. So in my case, let's have here lessons. And then, so as you can see, the moment we press it, nanadayoy mo gawas, no? So lessons and then subject signs here. And then, ang grade, let's just choose grade 8. Okay, so mao ni siya atong makita. After nato, ipang-click ang every options. Let's try this digestive system. Okay, we have to click this one. Before we will going to click, let's try to unsa din siya, no? Okay, so this is share with teachers, wherein you can share that lesson through email, social media accounts, link, embed, and remind. So in terms of email, we just have to put email here. So write that like that. So if social media, we have Twitter and Pinterest. Through link, we just have to copy and then paste. Embed, okay, just like this, and copy. Then remind, we're going to have a new tab for this one, as you can see. So there are a lot of ways to share with your co-teachers. So let's go back to our topic. Let's click this one. Alright. This is what we can see after clicking the enter button. So here, as you can see, there's a preview. Diba? Preview mo na siya atong lessons na itong gipili. So na-I preview. So aside sa preview, we also have here add to my lessons. Then this share with teachers, which is ato nang na-discuss. And then we also have here info. So information about the topic. Let's click the preview first. So, and as you can see, you may put your desired lessons here, mga ka-teachers, since it is editable. Here. And also, you can add up some engaging activity for interaction, just like this one. Aside from that, again, you can also share this one with your co-teachers. Okay? So as you can see here, we also have here the related content. So mamili ra jud ta diri, no? And then, if you preview a lesson and decide that you want to use it, then you're going to click add to my lessons. This one. Kung ganahan ka na i-appeal ni, you can click this one, add to my lesson. It's adding and voila, lesson successfully added. Okay, mga ka-teachers. This is what you can see after. So we have to click this one, show in my lessons, and we will going to see this one. Alright. As you can see, there is a student page, live participation, share preview, edit, info. We also have here the preview. If you want to edit this lesson, make sure that you are on my library tab. Then, hover over that lesson thumbnail and click edit this one. If you just want to edit the lesson, feel free to edit and click this one. After the lesson, after editing or clicking the edit button, this is what we can see afterwards. So, we have to choose between the edit lesson or duplicate lesson. Alright. Since I would love to choose the duplicate lesson, since mga ka-teachers, we have to keep a copy of the original one. So, let's try to click this duplicate lesson. Alright, mga ka-teachers. All we have to do right now is to extend our patience. Okay, lesson duplicated. After the lesson was duplicated, In edit mode, you'll see that you're able to delete slides or add new ones. This one. So delete, you can add, you can delete, you can copy, paste, convert to draw it. And then, if you want to add here, add some slides, then you may. All you have to do is to click add slides here. That one. After clicking, you will see that you have the option to choose from different content slides or activity slides. Here, as you can see here, there are a lot of content slides found. We have slides also here, video, web content, Nearpod 3D, simulation, virtual field trip, BBC video, Sway, slideshow, audio, PDF viewer. So, as you can imagine, daghan kaayo og content slides ang gigama sa Nearpod. But then, aside from that, we're not done yet because we have to scroll down, as you can see here. So, scroll for more. Yes, there are more activities to engage with your students. And we have here the time to climb, open-ended question, matching pairs, quiz, flip grid, draw it, collaborate board, poll, fill in the blanks, and memory test. Anyway, we can discuss these ones later on, so just keep in touch. But then, prior to that, let's just focus first sa usa ato nila. Okay, so all we have to do is extend our patience. No? Alright, so here, we will going to choose this one, the virtual field trip. For example, you might search for a virtual reality field trip about a certain topic. Let's just say energy, diri. Arita sa search bar, and we're going to type energy. After that one, we're going to enter this enter button, and this is what we can see. We're going to see a lot of energy, reality, virtual tour. We can see the virtual reality experience of energy. So let's just try this one. Okay, let's try this one. After clicking or deciding to choose, then you have to click done in order for it to be pasted on your desired slides. Okay, so here, the slides you want to add has been added, as you can see, right? Okay, but then mga ka-teacher, before launching a Nearpod lesson, I would recommend that you go up to your icon on the right hand side, this one, of the screen, and then scroll down to lesson settings here. Okay, as you can see, this one, and you will see that you have some different settings that you can turn on or off for each of your lessons. Alright, so here, mo siya itong makitaan after clicking atong lesson settings. Dili na ito makitaan or makontrol ang mga butang every time na magpa-quiz da or mag-take og lessons with our students. So, these are the options you may take control of. The first option is to enable names. This one, enable student names to autofill. When you turn on autofill kasi mga teachers, you will see that it's going to require student to sign in with their email. And then, it's going to auto-populate their name, confirm that it is that student, and then they will sign in. So, this is a great option if you just don't want to deal with students typing in their own names. But then, take note mga ka-teachers that students who is joining, those students who are using Android app will still enter their names manually. Okay? Next, I would also recommend that you turn on immersive reader, this one. So we have to enable this one, so we have to turn on. Since when you have an immersive reader, you will notice that when a student opens up their slide, they will have the option to be able to select the immersive reader icon. Immersive reader is a text-to-speech tool. So, students can hit the play button to be able to hear the text read aloud. Aside from that, we can also enable student notes here. So, since this is a premier feature, we'll just have to cancel this one. But then, kung naka-premium mo, you may turn on this one. Since this will allow students to be able to annotate their lessons and save or share those notes with others. They can also take down during discussion. And then, aside from that, turn on as well the Collaborate board for student-based lessons. And lastly, it is really important to make sure that it is turned on, this one. The require student responses and prevent skipping in student-based mode. Since student response on student-based mode, so that students are not able to skip through a question. So, after an adjustment to settings, let's go home first, mga ka-teachers. So, let's go home first, mga ka-teachers, and let's see asa tamo travel sunod. Mga ka-teachers, let's go home and then try to travel and explore with these 3 dots found in my lesson section. This one, and you will able to see these ones. So, share with teachers, duplicate, add to folder, reports, and delete. You will also see several different options for how long you can share the lessons with students, including posting it directly to your learning management system like Google Classroom, or just copying and pasting the link and sharing that directly with them through group chat in case you have group chat in your messenger or any social media platform. And another option is that you would also can share a class code for them to use to enter the lesson. Moreover, we also have a way on how to apply the lessons with students. So here we have to save changes. Alright, so here we can also see the live participation, student-based, edit, preview. Okay, so let's go first to live participation. When we choose that one, mo ni siya itong makita, no? So, there's a code. Kanina code, i-disseminate ni siya sa atong students. It can be disseminated through copy link, email, Google Classroom, Remind, Microsoft Teams, and can be in Zoom meeting. If the teacher will turn it on. Afterwards, here, this is what we can see. Mao na ni siya ang atong ipakita sa students. And students can only see the slides that we have shared. As you can see, we have here code, Nearpod with an arrow wherein we can see the reports. Kani siyang reports kay mao ni siya ang mga datas or scores na atong makit-an gikan sa atong students na performance. Or here we can also click the end session afterwards, and then we can have whiteboard where we can draw or write on a blank using whiteboard that shares the student screens in real time. And we may also add activity, slide, or web page to your lesson while class is in session. Yes, we may add an activity. So, aside from that, we also have here student view. So, if we're going to click this student view, mao ni siya ang makita nato. Alright. So, here we have switch to teacher view and open and separate window. Okay, so no, ang slide ra jud na ato ang gi-share sa students ang ilahang makita. So, let's go back to teacher view. Okay, alright. So, as you can see, there's also a number of students, hide student names, and then the number of slides, and then we can have here the next. So, here, this one. So, the live participation is wherein the students will be prompted to add their first name. After that, they will be taken to the first slide as what I have mentioned, and then you, teacher, will going to teach live lesson. You will be fully in charge of the pace of the lesson, so whatever slide you have up on your screen is the slide that will be showing on a student's screen. Therefore, mag-ingat-ingat and be cautious sa ato ang mga slides na atong ipakita. Alright? Alright. Okay, we have to leave so that we can go to the home. We can go to home, wherein we will dig deeper with this one, student-based, since we're done with live participation. As you can see, kanisa na, there's also have here the code, yes, and then the way na i-disseminate ang codes, mora gihapon. Student-based and then the live participation are almost the same. But then the only difference is that since you're not there, students would obviously be able to advance the slides as they are processing through the lesson. I'd recommend so that is why I'd recommend leaving the required student responses and prevent skipping option on, as you have remembered katong akong gipa-enable, so that the certain activities like quizzes, polls, open-ended questions, and draw it, students will still have to submit those in order to proceed through the slides. There's also an option for you to be able to just build your custom interactive lessons from scratch. So to do that, click create and then click lesson here. So this one, create and lesson. So that one is running. So basically, you will see here blank canvas wherein you can start to add your own content and activity slides to build out an entire lesson from scratch. Always make sure that every content slide has an activity slide afterwards. Why? Because it is a way for students to be able to process and make meaning out of the content you just showed to them. Because the more senses na ilang magamit, the more sila maka-remember sa lessons. So, as you can see here, since ato na ni siyang na-mentioned earlier, The first option is the slide option. This one. The slide option is essential like creating a very basic Google slide or PowerPoint slide. You can change also layout of the slide as well as add some media like an image or GIF to make it more interesting. Aside from that, we have the Draw It. It is a slide where you will assign instructions for the students to draw out something such as an image or presentation of your topic. You can also add a timer to this activity. Anyway, mga ka-teachers, naa dyan siya timers. Pwede rin dyan mo siya maadan og timers kani sila mga contents. So that dilipod masaya ang imong oras o para ma-reach out or makuha nimo ang oras na imuhang ganahan na igahin para kanila. Aside from that, you can use video as well and have an option to be able to search within the Nearpod. In the Nearpod library for interactive videos that you have already been pre-recorded, or you could look for videos in YouTube and then import that video. But then, the benefit of using a video from the Nearpod library is that it's already going to have interactive questions. So, pwede po niya siya ma-edit once na imuhang ang video na imong gigamit kay sa Nearpod, pwede nimo ma-edit since editable po siya. Aside from that, we also have here the matching pairs activity. It is essentially going to have students match a word or a picture with the definition. There are also pre-created activities that you can choose from, and they are also fully editable if you need to change some of the content. Fill in the blanks activity. The way this activity works is that you can either copy and paste a chunk of text in or handwrite it, and then you can select words that represent key ideas that you want students to be able to identify and then drag and drop in place. All you need, mga ka-teacher, is to do the selection of words and Nearpod will convert it into drag and drop activity for you. The web content, which is useful for embedding direct websites for students to check out by getting the shareable link embedded into Nearpod, and then it's going to show up for students to be able to look at. Next one is an open-ended questions. You would just write a question that students provide a longer, open-ended written response to, and you can also choose to have students record the response using audio. 3D content tool. It is for students to look at images of their assigned topic and make observations about it in a follow-up activity. Students will see that there is a 360-degree image that they can zoom in on and take a closer look at. We also have here the Collaborate board. It is from the activities which is similar to a Padlet bulletin board. What to do here is write out question and then students will all be able to post their responses on a single board so they could see each other's responses. Aside from that, we also have here simulations, wherein you can search for a simulation based on grade level and subject area. However, take note mga ka-teachers, they are only for math and science. So all you have to do mga ka-teachers is to scroll down and see what simulations are available and click on that to check it out. Next is the BBC video. You can search for different educational videos that you might want to show to students. We also have here Sway, a Microsoft product that is essentially a digital pamphlet with images and text representing key ideas about the topic. So this one. Next, the poll. It is a way to create a question where they would share their opinion about the topic. The quiz, wherein you can write the quiz question and then write out the different answer choices. Mga ka-teachers, you can also set up a timer. Take note mga ka-teachers na we can set up timers in all of these activities so that dili ma-waste atong time and then we can hit the target time with our target lessons that we wanted to deliver sa atong mga estudyante. So yes, we can set time. Aside from that, we also have slideshow, which allows you to upload Aside from that, we also have a slideshow, which allows you to upload a series of static images. PDF viewer, which allows you to upload static PDF. Audio, which allows to upload audio file. Flipgrid, which is a program that's going to allow students to respond to prompts with video and they can also respond to each other via video. And lastly, this activity, the time to climb. It is a quiz game where students can answer or review their questions. As they answer correctly, they move up to the leaderboard and then they can see their position in comparison to their peers. Alright, so imagine how amazing a Nearpod is mga ka-teachers, right? Sa karong panahon, gamit kini mga online tool, especially Nearpod. So, aside from contents and activities, we also have here quick lunch mga ka-teachers, wherein we can see open-ended question, collaborate board, and timer. Kani siya ka usually gamito ni siya sa during post-test or pre-assessment. And then on the left side, there is a code in a search bar like so this one. It is made because it is where your codes from webinars will be entered in the Nearpod related activities. Aside from that, we can also find a search bar in the home in my lesson section. So this search bar kani siya kay gibuhat ni siya just in case daghan na kay mog lessons gipang buhat diri. So para dili na mo kapuyin og scroll down, all you have to do is to type the lessons here that you want to find, and then the Nearpod will do it for you to be able to find and navigate it. There is also, okay mga ka-teacher, so as you can see, right, kani siya na search bar for my lessons. And then this one code, which is magamit ni siya if ever na may webinars sa Nearpod related activities. And then mga ka-teachers, we also have here reports. Para asa din siyang reports, ma'am. So, you can able to access reports for any Nearpod lesson that you have assigned. So, after ato mga activities na imong gipang buhat para sa mga estudyante or mga activities na giapilan sa mga estudyante, ang kato mga datas na imong nailahang na mugna or mga scores, rather, ang mga scores nila, diri nimo sila makitaan. Diri nimo masubay kung unsa ang mga performance nila. So, in the reports, you can able to access reports for any Nearpod lesson that you have assigned and click on the lesson, and then the first tab will be a summary of the overall student engagement of the lesson. You can also clock individual tabs that represent the different slides in your Nearpod lesson. And lastly, below the Nearpod library, as you can see here, below sa Nearpod library is the teacher resources. So, what's in the teacher resources? This one, as you can see, below the Nearpod library is the teacher resources wherein teachers can find live webinars, can you see? Videos, then resources, can do blogging, and can communicate virtually in the communities. So, those things that I've mentioned are the basics lang mga ka-teachers. Still, you can explore deeper and then for your own experience. Okay, so you can still explore deeper mga ka-teachers. But then still, good luck in your teaching learning process and thank you for being with us until the end with your Nearpod. Bye-bye!